In police work, one of the major problems that we have is tinted windows on cars. Whether we're doing a felony stop or a traffic stop, or we're just approaching a car on a domestic and we want to be able to look inside and see if there's somebody that has already left the domestic and hop back in the car that we need to talk to, punching through window tints is a major problem, and this is a major solution. The first day that I brought this out on the street, one of the other guys on shift saw me using it and was like, "Whoa, tints? What tints?" This punches well above its weight. You can see it there next to the size of my hand in relationship to punching through tints and shining through photonic barriers to things like the floodlight on the front porch when you're walking up to a call and somebody opens the door and starts yelling out the door at you and you don't know who they are or whether they're armed or what they're doing because the call was crazy. You push that up at them and you are going to see right past that floodlight. Things like distance. The major issue with distance with this light, the major limitation is not the light, but your eyes. Because if you can see it, this is going to show you enough light in order for your eyes to be able to pick up what you're looking at. This light is far beyond and ahead of a lot of other white laser flashlights that are on there for the tactical market. I'm looking at it from a police and security standpoint. I'm a full-time police officer and I've been using this for a couple months because Phoenix sent it to me for review. They said they wanted an honest review, so I took it out for a couple months on midnights. If you want to know more just about white laser flashlights, there's a little link up there to a different review that I did where I went into the specifics of how white laser flashlights work. This one is billed as being eye safe, but I will tell you, if you hit somebody in the eyes with this, their immediate response is going to be to look away. In the way that we've been promised by flashlight companies for decades that you're going to get that immediate flinch response of looking away from somebody, this actually delivers. The Phoenix HT30R is set up for tactical applications. Like I said, the UI is significantly better than other flashlights that are set up for that use out there on the market today. They set it up with a single button push of getting high and another button for strobe. And realistically, I think that's all anybody is going to use with this light. It is also easy to charge. You twist the head off. And in here is a USB-C, so if you charge your phone or a tablet or anything else with a USB-C, twist, plug it in. There's a little indicator that allows you to know whether it is fully charged or is still charging, and then twist it back down, and your light is all ready to go. It's taking me about 45 minutes to take this from dead to fully charged, so that's what you can expect out on the road. The battery inside, pull this right out so you can see, is massive, although I don't think you're going to have a whole lot of these just sitting around in stock in your house. If you want to switch batteries out, you're probably best off plugging it into a USB-C. And if you're using it at work as a police officer or security guard and you're going to have your little cord with your USB-C on there, like I said, it's not really hard to get that charged up. It does work as almost a use of force option and almost a duty light. So it is not bright enough where you're going to get like the immediate incapacitation because it's so much light that everybody talks about with flashlights, which we all know is bunk, but it will make people flinch and look away. It is not quite a duty light because there isn't enough flood to give you situational awareness of what's going on in a room if you're just using that. You're going to get a very tight spot and then a little bit of flood. The best way that I saw of using this inside of a house is to use the umbrella method where you point the light directly at the ceiling and you allow the flood that it does have and the light from the spot to reflect off the ceiling and reflect off the walls and then kind of light the room with a warm glow. There is a little bit of flood with it if you use it directly, but it wouldn't be my first choice as a duty light. I would prefer there be a little more flood so that we can get a little more situational awareness. If I'm searching a yard or something, I'm really only seeing the area directly around that spot and not the area off at 45-degree angles to my side. But if my duty light is down, this makes an excellent backup light. I'm currently using a little 100 lumen backup light in my pocket, or at least I was until I started testing this. I took that out and I started using this as my backup light. The couple times where my primary light is run out of light and we're out doing way too much in a night and I have to switch to this, it's not keeping me from being able to do my job, but it's not as effective as the duty lights that I currently have that have a little bit more flood. So that's your realistic look of whether or not you could just replace your duty light with one of these. I wouldn't suggest it, but as an ancillary tool, as a tool for specific purposes, when we are dealing with high threat situations or we have an issue with tints or photonic barriers, we're approaching the front of a car that's got its headlights or its high beams on, This can punch past those issues, it can punch through those tints, it can punch into the eyes of people that we think are going to be a threat to us, and it can solve very niche problems as long as we have time to deploy it. The other downside of these is they're pretty expensive. There's going to be a link down below this video. If you use that link, I make a little bit of money. If you don't use that link and you just want to Google up Fenix HT30R and see what the specifications are and shop around for a great price, so much the better. Like I always say, you guys should be shopping around to get the best prices you can on the equipment that you use in your daily work. But if you want to know more about the equipment that you could go shopping around for, go down to the button down below and subscribe to Free Field Training. Give me a thumbs up. That always helps the channel out. And until next week, you guys be safe. Take care of each other. Hey, thanks for watching Free Field Training on YouTube. And while you're here, why don't you check out some of these other goofy videos that I've made? Or you could subscribe or maybe go over to Patreon and see how you get your name put on the videos like these fine folks over here. All the links are, of course, down in the description. We'll see you guys next time.